Hello, my name is Mr. Ferlisi, and I teach integrated science and environmental science here at Sayreville War Memorial High School. I'm looking forward to this year. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions at all, you could always reach me through email at daniel.ferlisi@sayrevillek12.net. That information will also be in the presentation. All right, I'd love to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm an alumnus from the School of Environmental and Biological Science at Rutgers University. I have a bachelor's degree in animal science with a concentration in pre-veterinary medicine. And I also have a bachelor's degree in entomology. And for those of you who don't know, that is the study of insects. Um, I am an independent consultant, lab technician, and research scientist for Rutgers University and Princeton University, with publications in the field of nuclear magnetic resonance and entomology. My favorite pastime is to spend time with my family, um, my beautiful wife Kristen, my beautiful son Sebastian, and my soon-to-be beautiful son on the way. Name is still in discussion, and we love going on to trips to local art museums. I love teaching environmental science because it gives me the opportunity to teach students how to look at the world through a different lens. I teach people to not only appreciate our world, but to understand our world in hopes to solve the problems of our world. I'm extremely excited to spend the next year with you guys, and I hope you share the same excitement I do. Thank you so much. So the purpose of our environmental science course, the goal of our environmental science course is to provide students with the scientific principles, concepts, and methodologies required to understand the interrelationships of the natural world, to identify and analyze environmental problems, both natural and human-made, to evaluate the relative risks associated with these problems, and to examine alternative solutions for resolving or preventing them. In other words, one of our goals is to get students to solve the problems that we created, and hopefully we can do that. Environmental science is interdisciplinary. It embraces a wide variety of topics from different areas of study. There are several major unifying constructs or themes that cut across the many topics included in the study of environmental science. So here's the breakdown of our environmental science class. For the first quarter, we have an introduction to environmental science. The whole month of September, we're actually wrapping up the last week of September. The scientific method, I introduce a lot of famous experiments. We talk about the ethics of it. We talk about the steps, how to methodically go through critical thinking and problem solving. Um, and then we go into an introduction into environmental science uh, and economics and environmental policy. And I can't wait to do that this year. That's huge this year, especially with our current events. So I think I'm going to stray from what I've done prior years and talk about what's going on in the world today with economics and environmental policy. So for the second quarter, this is your more traditional earth science. This is a review for a lot of the students. We talk about different things in earth science, like tectonic plates and layers of atmosphere, and things like that, just to get a freshen up on that. Quarter three is humans in the environment. We talk about biodiversity and conservation, human populations, and environmental health. And then finally, we wrap up our environmental science class with non-renewable energy, renewable energy alternatives, and global climate change. Um, we will be using a textbook in environmental science, not for every activity. It depends what we're doing. So when we have some activities or some assignments that require the textbook that we use is Pearson's Environmental Science, Your World, Your Turn, by J.H. Withgott. The textbook is available in the classroom, hopefully when we go back soon, and maybe signed out with teacher's permission. The textbook is also available online, and students will always have access to that, and the instructions to access it online are in the Google Classroom. So I want to talk about how grading is going to work and how to be successful in this class. Grading is divided into three sections. We have 80% of your grade is assessments. Now this can be anywhere from classwork, labs, quizzes, tests, projects, and do nows. And it's all a point base that'll go into that weighted 80%. So a test may be 100 points, where a quiz may be 30, where a lab may be 50. Those are just some arbitrary examples. But the points will reflect the amount of material, how much time we spend on it, and the importance of the material. And then all that goes into one bucket of assessments, and that is weighted at 80% of the grade in this class. Second, we have 5% with homework, and this can include an assignment, a question, a survey, and a lot of times just classwork that hasn't been finished yet. And then finally, we have our quarterlies. Um, this is 15% of your quarterly grade, and this can be done in a traditional standard paper test or a project base. I try to switch them up so um, every student has the same advantage. I try to be as versatile as possible. So there's a big hit in this class. Do nows are done every day and collected and graded at the end of every week. So this ends up being a significant amount of points in total assessments and can definitely make a difference in a letter grade. I don't mark do nows wrong if the answer is wrong. Do now is our opportunity to discuss misunderstandings. It's our opportunity to see where the students are at, how they're thinking, if they're understanding or not understanding or need further help. So do nows are a big part of this class. Do nows in this class are meant to see how you think or reason. They can be to test your comprehension. So I tell the students to make an effort on all do nows. A wrong answer, again, will not be marked against you. The only way students don't get credit for their do nows is if they don't hand them in or they leave them blank. So do nows are definitely an integral part of this class, and I make that clear to parents, students, and administration, and everybody. And it's been working out. So this is a good way to. This is how this class is going to be graded, and this is how to be successful in the class following this. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach me anytime. And I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you so much. Have a good one, everyone.